My family immigrated from Poland when I was 6 years old. We came here with nothing and really relied on the goodwill of others to survive in so many different ways. When I started doing the Holocaust reparations work, I realized that I could use my experience as an immigrant and then my language skills as a native Polish speaker to help this incredible constituency tell their stories.
In March 2020, Teresa and I noticed how the pandemic had affected the Chinese American community, and we wanted to help out with that community. We were hearing stories of how the Chinese community have lost their job, were being laid off, were losing income due to the pandemic.
But when the pandemic hit in March, my mother, who works as a hotel housekeeper, was furloughed from a job that she's had for over 10 years. And it was extremely traumatizing to my mother and to my family. There were a lot of questions as to how long the furlough would last, if she would ever get her job back. And my mother's a monolingual, Chinese-speaking immigrant, navigating this process without any knowledge of how the unemployment system worked. I imagine that so many others were just like her in this situation where they had just lost a job at a restaurant. They had just lost a job at a hotel. They had just lost a retail job somewhere. I felt that there was a lack of assistance, in terms of legal services to this particular working class community.
One of the main projects that I worked on this summer was basically working against a predatory lending scheme. It was a residential program to install solar panels, and it targeted low-income individuals and individuals who didn't speak English to take out loans that they couldn't afford to pay off.
The most recent program that I was involved with was working with one of the marketing people at Snap to put together a program for small businesses on how they could effectively market and use digital marketing in particular for their businesses, and then legal issues that they need to think about when they're launching these marketing initiatives.
Whether it's elder members of our community who are being targeted by consumer scams, or tenants in our community who are struggling to keep their house, or low-wage workers in our community who are struggling to get paid. You work with individuals who are inspiring and hardworking and incredibly brave.
Very little of what Tzedek did was wasted or for show. Everything ended up really impacting clients immediately. The lawyers at Tzedek and the outside law firms that support them are really in a constant dialogue about different things that we can do to support the community, to improve the programs, and to really make a difference. All of these Tzedek programs really reach people, and every year they get better and better. So it's been amazing.